Gooners,
Gooner fam, what's good? As you can see, we're back. It's match day, North London Derby. It's a big one, and I got our PE residents. They joined us in, so yeah, quite exciting. Good to have you guys back on. It's been ages, man. How you guys keeping? It's like, how's things been? Maybe you can tell us how you feel about Arsenal thus far since all the games we missed, Maybe we'll start with Murray.
Well, thanks for having us back. If I could show the WhatsApp messages that's been going back and forth in our WhatsApp group, you guys wouldn't believe me. But I mean, we've been discussing everything, to a fine tee on how the team's been performing. There's been a lot of different opinions. I'm also, to a certain degree, I'm on the fence. I think, yes, we need to trust the process. It's not exactly happening at the moment, but at the same time, I think we're not doing as badly as what we would have been doing a couple of seasons ago. Yes, we know that we're not going to be scoring a lot of goals because we don't have a creative midfielder. But I really think our defense is sort of shaped up a little bit. And after 1 year, I think Arteta's done well. But I think now we need to reinforce our attackers. But yeah, it's not exactly the best position to be in. I think that the team's struggling for confidence. I think the fans are becoming very despondent. So yeah, hopefully we can, if we can pick the spirits up, get a North London win, go on Thursday, and play the youngsters, get their legs warmed up a little bit, and then next Sunday we hopefully can take another 3 points and get the ball rolling, because December's going to be a big month for the Gunners.
Definitely. How you been there, William?
Look, it feels like the season has been dragging on forever. It's only 10 games in. Not the best start, to be honest. I don't think we actually thought that things were gonna go downhill so fast, like a few weeks back. I just think it all started with the City and Liverpool games, where the fans looked from the outside like, how can you be happy with a 1-0 lose, or losing 1-0 or 2-0, and then Mikel is standing there like, no, he's happy about it. I mean, yes, he shaped up our defense, but I think we are busy trampling in Emery territory. We actually can't find that balance between attack and defense. So I think that is a major issue at the moment. Like Murray said, I think the confidence is some players' confidence are shot, and it's all up to Arteta to get that. I like his body language after games, where he stands and he says, "Listen, it's his job to do this. It's the losses are all on him. It's his job to fix things. He doesn't point fingers. I think he takes it on the chin, and I like his body language at the end of the game. So yeah, it's been a tough ride. We also didn't have the best fixtures, to be honest. We played all the big boys already. So it's going to be a massive December starting from today.
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll get into the side and the midfield and etc. But like Murray said, our creativity, man, we're not playing good soccer or football at the moment.
Yeah, I think that's been the talking point. We haven't caught up, but I think from the time the last show we did till about now, I think the most exciting part was United. But other than that, lack of creativity, good defensive show up, but lack of creativity and littleness up front has been our downfalls, I would say. But on the other hand, Europa gives us a little bit of joy there, on a Thursday night after having a bad Sunday. So I don't know. It's, as you guys said, it's a bit of balance. So that being said, today is a big game for us. And is it one of the most important North London derbies in a while? Because we're sitting at a very tough position in the table. Tottenham's doing well. We actually need a win because we haven't scored. We haven't done a lot since our last Premier League win, which I think was United, if I'm not mistaken. But
Yeah.
yeah, so beating Tottenham would be great, but how important is it for us to get a result today going into this December? Maybe we'll start with William first.
Yeah, I think it's massive. It's absolutely massive for both teams. I mean, Tottenham, they are riding the wave at the moment, so they need a win to put pressure on the other guys around them. And on our side, I mean, I don't think anything else than a win is I'm going to be happy with. So yeah, we're playing away. Small fans in the stadium, so it's not going to be that hostile. So I think we can. We have to take this opportunity to get the W. But yeah, it's going to be massive. I'm not on this whole Arteta out bandwagon. I mean, it's going to be absolutely disastrous if we get rid of him now. Then we know better than Manchester United, and look how long it's taken them. They are still not where they should be with all the money that they've spent. But yeah, I think we need to trust. We need to trust this process. I think Arteta needs the fans behind him. I think he needs some players to pick up their momentum, like Uba, to get back where he was a few weeks ago, even a few months ago. So yeah, it's gonna be massive today for both teams. So I'm looking forward to a very, very entertaining game.
Definitely. How about you, Murray?
It's going to be tough. I wasn't aware that there were going to be fans or Spurs were allowed fans back in. But
I think that's all day fans, 2,000 of them.
Pretty much, yeah. But I think those speakers in the stadium are going to be pumped full blast with their artificial fans. So I think that I'm hoping that's not going to deter the lads. But I'm not going to say this is a must win. I don't want to get our hopes up, but at the same time, it's the North London derby. Form counts for absolutely nothing. Mourinho's been with his Mount games already, saying that Kane's injured. Saying that apparently Joe Hart now might start in goal. I doubt that's going to happen.
Who tries this stuff, this guy?
Listen, look, I've been saying it since Joe Hart's been at City. If he does start, just go hard, low and left. The guy's left hand is as, oh no, man, it's as strong as me. It's pathetic. But yeah, no, listen, it's going to be one hell of a tough game. I think Arteta might sit back. Just to, I think he might sit back, but at the same time, he might just say, right, let's just go out there. We've got absolutely nothing to lose. Let's go get a couple of goals. If we can get a couple of early goals, then fantastic. But I'm glad to see that Aubameyang is now starting through the middle. My only concern is that is it too late? I think he should have been starting through the middle from game one. I can understand that, Lacazette was on form. That's why we started him. Let's play Aubameyang and Lacazette. But if need be, then play 4-4-2. But yeah, it's going to be one hell of a game. It always is. It always is.
Yeah. It's a big one. I think form, as you say, doesn't play a role. But I think we need it for more sake than confidence and just to get into December and go into Jan, because this is normally our worst periods as Arsenal Football Club, end of December, January. So, look, it's a tough game. I don't know what to expect because Wolves, and, we can talk about that some other time. But, yeah, but as you said, I think all the lads know what the game means to them. I think we enjoy playing at Tottenham. It's been a while that we won there, but we enjoy it. So with that being said, we got to discuss a bit tactics here. What do we need to beat these guys or get a result? And also, look, you guys said it. Our defense has been good, so we kind of know who's going to be in defense: Gabriel, Holding, Bellerin, maybe Tierney. But it's our midfield and forwards that I'd like to more comment on, because that's where I think the game's going to rely on mostly. Because those guys do their jobs. It's just maybe the midfield kind of lets us down, and then our attack. So from your perspective, who would you want to see in the midfield and obviously attacking? And then what type of tactic do you want to see, or what type of, I would say, team play you want to see in order to beat Mourinho? Because he is, at the end of the day, still Mourinho. He might not be the Mourinho we all grew up seeing, but he has an ace or two up his sleeve. So, and knowing Arteta's a rookie compared to him, so he might use that to his advantage. But we don't know. He could just be angry Mourinho and like rage at everyone. So we don't know what we're going to get today, but he's rebuilding himself with a team that needs to be rebuilt. So it's a win-win for both of them in football. You know, he needed a place to go and they took him in. And now they're at a level where we are a bit nervous as fans. I don't think we ever would have said it. So yeah, with that being said, like what would you guys do in this situation? I don't know, any of you guys want to go first? I've just been going for order. You guys can choose this time.
I'll take a go, William. You can think about things. Look, when Mourinho first stepped foot at Tottenham, I was always worried simply because of his record against us. And you know, normally the North London derby, we could sort of we normally edge them, but Mourinho has always had that, you know, that something against us. He's never lost against us, or not. You know, I stand to be corrected. But
at home, he's not lost at home.
Yeah, and I think that I don't know. I think he's feeling very confident going in here. I think the pressure is going to be off him. I think what he's going to be focusing on is it's just another win. You know, get this win, and then they can possibly be seen as title contenders. I think they've had a very lucky run in. I mean, my tactics, and I've said it all this time, cut out Song and Kane. If you cut out Song, and you know, he's not going to get supply to Kane. But now that Kane's assistant Song, if you cut out those two guys, then I think you've got the game. I think in the midfield, I'm hoping Partey's going to be, you know, available. I'm not too sure. I think maybe Arteta's also got a bit of mind games there. But if Partey's there, I think we can try and dominate that midfield as best as possible. I think Spurs are going to probably try to draw the fouls to sort of break up play and, you know, break up our momentum as well. But yeah, the back, I think definitely, you know, play Luiz. I think either Luiz or Holding with Gabriel. Tierney definitely at the back. He's got the passion already for Arsenal. And I really think he can go in hard on some of those guys on the wing. Bellerin, we're going to need the pace. I would love to say Maitland-Niles, but I think Bellerin will probably get the edge against Niles. In the midfield, I think I would love to see Nelson start. I don't want to see Willian on the start sheet. On the left, I'm just trying to think. It's probably going to have to be Saka. Look, Saka hasn't really impressed me this year. You know, considering that he has got the number 7, I would have expected him to, you know, to pull out all the stops. But unfortunately, that's all we have up front. Unless Arteta's going to start Tierney and Kolshanak on the same side. So we've got that extra little bit of defence. But in the midfield, you know, possibly Partey. Xhaka, yeah, you know, look, he's got the range for the long balls, but at the same time, we need that creativity. So possibly then play Danny. Lacazette had a fantastic game in the midfield, but he's not a midfield player. And I think if he does start Lacazette in the midfield, he's probably going to get, or Mourinho will exploit that. He'll continuously go down the middle. Lacazette will throw himself into challenges. I can't see it working.
Get the foul.
But I don't know. You know, Arteta might surprise us. I definitely think up front, Aubameyang. We don't, you know, maybe Arteta surprises us and puts Martinelli on the bench. I mean, he's been in training. It looks like he's diving all over the place. He's jumping all over the place. But at the end of the day, you know, I just hope we can get the win. And I would love to see Arteta run past Mourinho with his arms in the air, you know, to an empty stadium like he did at Chelsea or whatever the case may be. Slide all the way down to the away. I'd absolutely love to see that. But it's going to be a tough game. I think we need to win the midfield. We need to cut Song out. We need to just disrupt their midfield completely. and our defenders are going to have to be top notch. Go into tackles with your hands behind your back. Spurs are going to be there's always a penalty in the North London derby. I can definitely see Kane scoring, unfortunately. But I'm hoping maybe Kane or Song gets sent off. I mean, there's normally a red card, and hopefully it's not going to be a Carter. But yeah, I think we're going to be stretched. It's going to be a really tough game because I think at the back of our minds, our recent form in the league is going to be playing on us. But at the end of the day, we need to get behind the lads, and sure, hopefully they can pull one out of the bag and pull a Man United or what we did at Old Trafford. That's we can only hope and pray.
We need one of those, to be fair.
Yeah.
William.
Yeah, on my side of things, I don't think this is the game to like mess about and start playing players out of position, like putting Lacazette in the midfield. Like Murray said, Mourinho will definitely exploit that. I mean, he's really not stupid. He'll pick that up within the first 5 minutes, and then he'll start exploiting Lacazette in the midfield. So I don't think this is a game to like mess about with our lineup. I think the defense, I would like to see Luiz in the old Chelsea boy. He played for Mourinho, so maybe that will be an extra. Like to push him to play harder. Like we all know that Luiz, if he has a little bit of fire under him, he can get into under someone's skin. So yeah, maybe throw him in there. Obviously, Gabby has been doing absolutely brilliant, and yeah, Bellerin with his pace, I can't see Maitland-Niles starting. In front of him, and then Tierney obviously, and then the midfield is a bit of a headache at the moment. I think we've
El Nani. Sorry, William.
We've got
El Nani as well.
Also there. Yeah. So I do think we've been playing a bit of mind games. Last week it came out that Partey's out for like 6 weeks. Now we hearing that he's included in the match day. So I think that's a little bit of mind games. If he's not fit, don't play him at all. I mean, you can't risk that him being out for 2, 3, 4 months. So if he's not 100% fit, don't start him. I'd rather have El Neni and Xhaka. I know it's negative, it's defensive, but I mean, who else do we have? Danny also hasn't been hitting the straps as of late. The past few games, he's been all over the place. I don't know quite what's going on there. Maybe he's a bit confused in his role. What is his role in the team? Because he does sit deep at times. But yeah, I think at the moment the safest bet will be starting Xhaka and El Neni in the midfield, and then Saka on the left. I do think we need to give Nelson a chance, but knowing Arteta, I don't think he's going to do that. Yeah, he's definitely going to start Willian. Also, maybe like Luiz, old Chelsea boy, they played for Mourinho. Maybe that will be another added some addition to make it more interesting. So yeah, definitely Uba down the middle. He needs to start scoring. We need to get him up and running. I don't know if you guys saw the interview that he did yesterday. I mean, his whole body language, he's not smiling, he's not joking anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a big worry. If he doesn't score, who else? I mean, Laka is as reliable as my left foot when it comes to soccer. So, I mean, we can't not have Uba firing at the moment.
Yeah, no, nice lineups, pretty similar. I can see you guys talk here. But that being said, I'm just trying to think what else. The one thing I didn't ask you guys, and we haven't spoken about, we'll get into a prediction, but our guys that we signed, how are you guys feeling? So it's William, Hachi, and Gabriel. I know we never had a show, and I know it's a bit off topic, but just so I have you guys on here, there were big signings for us. Well, supposed to be. Well, 2 were huge, and I'll let you talk about William. So yeah, maybe you can just touch on like the prediction for your game today. what do you think the outcome would be if you want to? If you don't want to, it's chill. And yeah, about our new signings, I know Danny also was like kind of, you could call him a new signing, but mostly just those three because they were the impact players that they said we needed. So yeah, how are you feeling about those three guys joining our team and the impact they've had thus far? We'll start with William this time.
Yeah, I think Gabby by far has been our player of the season so far with the first 10 games. I mean, he's been absolutely brilliant. He's been rock solid. For a defender coming in into a new league, I mean, he's Brazilian. They aren't renowned for their defensive capabilities, but I mean, he's been absolutely immense. He's actually carrying those. I think if you look at Luis and Holding, who he has been there, I think he's been carrying them at times. I love the way that he reads the game. He's talking, he's communicating, and it seems like he's loving life at Arsenal. So yeah, I think he's been absolutely immense for us this season. Party, we haven't seen too much of him as of yet, but the first few games that he did start, I mean, you could see the class that he just oozes class. I mean, he's so athletic, he's strong. He just drifts around that pitch like, don't want to say like a bit like Vieira, but I mean, he does have that aura around him. He's strong, like I said, athletic. So yeah, I mean, I think he's gonna be crucial for us this season. Like I said, if he's not fit, don't start him. I mean, that will be our biggest mistake if we do that. I mean, when he got injured, there's been rumors that he wasn't feeling 100%. He felt niggly within the first 15 minutes, and then Arteta kept him on up until halftime. He wanted to continue, but then they took him off. So yeah, if he's not 100% fit, I wouldn't start him. And I would love Martinelli. I didn't add that. I would love to see Martinelli also get a few minutes, like 5 or 10 minutes. Maybe later on with his pace. Hopefully he still has his pace. I mean, ACL injury can really dampen that, like his stronger side. So yeah, and then Willian, he's been all over the place. He literally featured the first game. He was quite good with his 3 assists, I think, against Fulham. I'm not too sure, but other than that, I mean, he's been lackluster. No creativity on his side. I mean, he doesn't even score goals. So what does the guy bring? So yeah, hopefully he can turn it around. Like we do need attacking players. I don't want the guy to struggle, but he's just not convincing me at the moment.
William talks about an aura. I still say we should have signed AO to go right next to Parties.
I was wondering why you laughed there.
Yeah, no, listen, I think, everyone's, to go back on the whole issue about everyone doubting Arteta, look at the signings that he's brought in. Other than that, he's invested a team from Wenger. It hasn't even been from Emery. I mean, these guys have sort of been around, in the Wenger years. So, let's sort of trust the process. He's brought in, Gabriel, he's brought in Partey, he's brought in Pablo Mari, and, those guys have actually proved their worth on the field. I somehow think, talking about Willian, he might have been used as a pawn to bring in Gabriel to sort of help him climatize and, to get used to the club, with that added Brazilian sort of effort, because we didn't know what was happening with Luis. I think at that time, Luis was just about on the way out, but then we offered him a 1-year extension. So, this could have been a sort of a tactical buy, and considering that it was free, even better. Help the guy get acclimatized to England. And, I mean, we've seen he started every single game. He's already got 2 goals under his belt. So, by far, he's been, the player of the season. So, yeah, I think we really need to trust the process. Give Arteta a good couple of years. At least until he's bought, I would say, 11 players, his first 11 players. I mean, he's come out and he said that he's a fan of Ayor. Let's bring him in January. I mean, the guy wants to come to Arsenal. Let's bring him in. Then we've got that guy from Red Bull, Dominic, somebody. I don't know how to pronounce his surname, something like that. But he's young. I mean, let's bring him through, and then we could start building a team with the Hale End boys as well as him, in the center of it. Smith Rowe is now looking like he's fresh, or not fresh, but I mean, he's getting there. Yeah. And he's been a promising player for many, many years. I think that, the signings have been very, very good. Let's sort of, William, keep him for Europa. I think let him be there for the guys, for the youngsters, to be a bit of a mentor. But I know he's been a bit of a disappointment, and it's not on. I mean, this is Arsenal. We expect better, and I think that's why everybody gets upset, because we're playing him. Pepe hasn't exactly been that great, but I think that red card has actually woken him up a little bit. So I think Arteta gave him a stern talking to. Look, I believe in Arteta. I think give him time. He's worked on our offense. He's sorted our defense out. I mean, we haven't won at Old Trafford in how long? He's taken us there, and we've taken the 3 points. I mean, yes, we lost to City 1-0, but it could have been a hell of a lot more. But once again, that was, we don't have the attackers. He's taken a year to sort our defenders out. Let the next year now be to sort out our creativity side, or at least our attacking side. I can't see Aubameyang going anywhere anytime soon. Lacazette, he will probably keep. We've got Eddie. We've got Eddie and Martinelli. Let's just focus now on the midfield, and the 2 players we've been heavily linked with are midfielder players. Yeah. I'm just hoping that Ozil's not actually playing, training with the guys, because, maybe they're used to that creativity in training, and then all of a sudden when it comes to game day, they're left flat-footed. I think Arteta sees that there is a problem. So if we don't get any creative players, I'm hoping that he's going to bring Ozil into the squad in January. It's a very far-fetched, but the guy wants to play. Ozil, he's looking extremely fit. This is the fittest I've ever seen him play. So let's give the guy a go, man. Let's play him on the left, or let's even play him on the right wing. He can whip the ball in with his right foot. It doesn't really matter. And it gives us an option, instead of playing Pepe or playing Willian, we've got that option. Yes, we've also got Nelson, but Arteta's got a very difficult decision when it comes to choosing a squad. I think the biggest decision he's going to have to choose is, who does he let go? And I think that's going to have to be a topic of discussion for another day, because, everyone's pulled their weight. Everyone's contributed somehow to the season. Everyone's got their pros. Everyone's got their cons. But where does Arteta see, or where does he want to take the team? And I think that's in his hands, and with his guidance, I think let him bring him in the right place, and let's give him a chance. And I think this team's going to go far.
Definitely. Firstly, I like the fact that you're like, no, Arteta out, because people are just hating on him right now. And look, I'm backing him, to be fair. He took us through a bad part, and he's young. He's charismatic. I just like everything about him. But you are right, and that's a valid point. He did fix our defense, and let's give him time to fix the rest. And I think we don't give him the credit. Just that the results, it is tough to go through. But I think one of the key things, if we're not getting walked over, we're losing. And we shouldn't be losing this type of game. But there's not a game where we were absolutely horrible or disgusting, or we just got walked over. I think the Villa game was one where we should have done better, don't get me wrong. But other than that, those goals were just, you could see it was a lack of confidence by us. We dropped our heads and they capitalized, which they do very well. But other than that, and as you said, City normally 3. There's any game, it's 3. And to go 1 is at home at City is impressive. And I think spoke to what William said as well. It's like, we shouldn't be happy with those, but I think it's the progress that we were more happy about, to know that we can go there and not be scared. Because we just weren't lethal enough. And I think you touched on it. We need the creativity, we need it. But my gut feels like if we win this game today, it's going to give us like a kind of resurgence of energy that we just need right now, because we don't have a lot of wins. And I think the fans coming back on Thursday help. But going to Tottenham, with their fans there, like it's just a perfect, like way to get us back on track. Like, in a fairy tale kind of approach. The first fans come in, we go there in a North London derby, we beat them, confidence is low. But on the other hand, it's like last season's fixture where we were the number one squad. We were going to go in there high of confidence, everything, and they just sneaked the win. So, as you said, form doesn't count. But we're almost out of time, and I just want to say thanks once again before coming on. Before we leave, maybe you can give us a prediction if you're keen and tell us how you've been enjoying your North London derby, because I think one of the first shows we did, which was a really good show, was the North London derby. It's kind of our anniversary, you could say. It's another North. Yeah, just before we end, your score predictions and how would you be enjoying this derby day?
I think, look, there's always goals, so I think it's going to be 3-2. I'm hoping it's going to be to us. I think I'm just going to be safe at home, to be quite honest. I'm going to be frying up some chicken and hopefully, not frying, but air frying some chicken, and hopefully Arsenal can do the same. But before I go over to William, I just want to quickly say, I think Arsenal also Arsenal fans, we need to let go of the past. Yes, we were invincible, and I think everybody's comparing Arteta to Wenger. Wenger won a cup in his second year, and he brought the team up in the second year. I mean, Ferguson nearly also got the sack, and look what Ferguson did at Old Trafford. So I think we need to give him time. I think we need to give the youngsters time as well. We can't keep comparing them to Henry, all the legends, and that. Let them create their own legacy.
Exactly.
But yeah, I think 3-2, hopefully to us. If it's another 5-4 game, I don't know if my heart's going to take it. But yeah, I'm hoping for a win at least for Arsenal. But it's going to be
fried chicken, eh?
Kind of.
I think there's definitely going to be goals. I think it's going to be a cagey first half, especially with the history that Mourinho has, sitting back, just watching the formation, watching the spaces that the players take up, letting his dirty, disgusting brain work his magic. And then second half, I think it's going to be a fiery occasion. I think if we do start Zaka, Luiz, I think it's going to be with those two on the pitch. I think it's going to be a fiery occasion. Let's hope it can remain for us 11 guys on the field. I hope that flippin' Harry Kane gets a red card. I hope Son gets a red card, and I hope Mourinho gets into the stadium to watch from there. Yeah, that's wishful thinking, but yeah, 3-1. I don't know to who, but definitely 3-1.
No, thanks so much, guys. As you heard it, there's the predictions, lineup, everything, and a catch up. It's been a while, and I'm happy you guys are back on. And yeah, it's us, Goonercast SA. It's Murray and William from the PE Supporters Club. Keep safe out there. We out. North London Derby.